Today we're going to be doing some red zone gathering once again. I'm currently in a yellow zone and I'm faction flagged at this time, so there's an element of danger, but we're going to enter the red zone with some tier 7 skinning gear. And we're gonna skin for a little while until our bags fill up, and we're gonna see how much it makes. Let's see, we got a little dead body here, nothing good on it. Dang, sometimes you gotta check. You never know, sometimes someone will kill somebody and then it's too dangerous for them to loot, and then they die before they get to escape. And then the loot's just sitting there, and then people just, they pass by it because they just assume it's been picked clean. Now, you only want to really check those dead bodies if the hostile player count down here at the bottom is 0, because someone could be waiting for you to dismount and then ambush you. Anyway, so here we are. We're going to a tier 6, what is this, red zone, faction flagged, 5 gankers on the map. Let's go, let's do this. I'm using a spear build, and the way this generally works is I'm just going to cast hide animal poison here and stab animals, and they're going to die. So let's do that right now. We're gonna cast hide animal poison, and then we're gonna poke, and then we're gonna try to grab some other animals here, and we're just gonna kill them. And there you go. So I'm gonna eat the pork pie so I get the gathering buff bonus, and we're going to skin some animals here, see how much money we make before our bags fill up or our pork pie runs out. Most likely our bags will fill up first, and of course if we die, well then that's game over. Look at this, we just have dead saber tooths over here ready for the, they're just ready to be slaughtered. They're just, they're just asking for it, right? Someone came out here and killed these, and they didn't bother to skin them, so can't let those go to waste. That's free money on the ground. Let's go ahead and charge up our hide animal poison once again. There we go. Stab these two. Grab this saber tooth here. And saber tooths are awesome because they're always 5 out of 5, so that's why we want to farm them. And you can see the hide animal poison makes very short work of the animals. I don't have to really even use abilities if I don't want to. And that is more heavy hide for us. And already this heavy hide is 13,000. We're filling journals as well, just a little bit, not too many. We don't want to go overboard here. Let's get that hide animal poison charged up. All right, on we go. Little enchanted guy over here. We might as well go ahead and grab him. Well, I don't know if we should, waste time grabbing the tier 4 animals, but they can drop babies. Both the stag and the saber-tooth can drop babies, whereas these big birds, not so much. But, if there's a bunch of them, like right here, you might as well grab them. Go ahead and just give them the old double poke here, and you can see that, again, the hide animal poison is doing all the work. Because I just freshly killed those two, I'm going to grab the ones that I didn't kill, just in case someone wants to ride up and yoink them from me. 5 hostile players on the map, and unfortunately for red zones, you do have to keep your eyes peeled on the corners of your screen so that no one sneaks up on you and ganks you from invisibility, because it will happen at one point. And my gear is worth about 370,000 right now, and I don't want to lose that. I mean, honestly, it's not really that much to me, but that's still a lot of silver to lose for well, I guess it'll entertain you if I get brutally murdered and killed. You can be like, yeah, I told you so. And a lot of people think that this makes more silver per hour than blue zones, and it is not true. I have so many videos where I go to blue zones and do exactly what I'm doing now, and I make so much more silver in the blue zones. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, especially if you use websites like Reddit, because you're told your entire gamer life that risk equals reward. Well, no, it doesn't. It does not equal reward. It equals time wasted. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. And my results show it big time. I have recorded so many videos. What is this bag of items here? I'll take that. Why not? It's 800 silver, I'll go ahead and pick that up. Now we got a hyena. Hyenas are supposed to be pack hunters. Why is this one out by himself? Now these robust hides, not even really worth that much. One of these is only worth 1,300. I can make that just by skinning tier 2 animals. I'm not even joking. I can, with premium, you kill one tier 2 animal, and that's over 1,000 silver. It's so silly. And look how long this takes. I mean, yes, I'm using a tier 7, skinning knife. I didn't want to go too Gucci and spend the big bucks and go for tier 8, just for that little bit of extra speed. I just wanted to be a little bit economic here. Alright, let's grab 2 of these here. Go ahead and just poke them down. Don't howl too hard, bro. Oh, I'm debilitated with howling. I'm slowed and the damage I deal is reduced. Well, that's fine. It'll wear off. I'll forget all about it as I skin his corpse. Yeah, man. Oh, you know what we need is a game with Red Dead Redemption 2 graphics, but Albion Online gameplay. That would be so freaking cool, guys. Don't you think? And I know some of you have really crappy computers or phones, and you wouldn't be able to run the game. But, you know, eventually, like, as technology progressed, you could, like, whenever holophones come out or something, then, yeah, you'll absolutely be able to run it then, right? But, unrelated, have you guys looked at the Twitch, catalog lately for this game? It's, okay, here's what I do. Every single day I go to Twitch, and I go to Albion Online's little section, and I switch it to English only, and then I see who's streaming, and, like, almost no one is, like, a worthwhile streamer. Okay, I'm not talking about the established people that get, you know, all the AFK viewers and stuff. I'm talking about, like, the people with 1 viewer, or 0 viewers, or, like, 5 or 10 viewers. Those are the ones that I care about. Those are the ones whose channels I check out. And let me tell you, every single one of them has quality problems. They're always in a Discord call, so me, as an audience member who wants to watch the streams and participate, feels left out or third wheeled. So you guys doing these streams, y'all gotta stop that, right? Y'all gotta stop leaving your audience out, you know? I mean, yeah, the Discord call is, you know, fun for you, but why are you streaming? Am I leveling spears here? So that's another thing too, and like people have music blaring in the background, or they're just completely silent. It's like, come on, man. I want to find a cool stream to participate in. Okay, there's only 1 ganker. I can run from that. That's not too bad. You know, that's manageable, right? Our bag weight, 27%. I'm trying to only get the high yield, you know, like animals. I'm not trying to get these little crappy tier 4s and stuff in tier 5. Oops, I didn't quite charge that correctly. So, we'll see what happens. I only got 3 stacks before I hide animal poisoned up. Here we go, that's tier 5, and then while it, you know, gets poisoned out or whatever. I could use my E-spells, but I don't know, I don't really need to use the E-spells. How's the journals filling? We got 1 filled, and we're working on this one. Not too bad. No baby drops yet, of course, but we'll get there. Alright, let's charge it proper. We got 10 stacks this time. And channel members know what I'm talking about. Oh, someone died super close. Look at that. That is a real close death. And there's no gankers on the map. I'm gonna go see if someone left some juicy leftover goods. Sometimes, this is rare, but sometimes when people die, the killer also dies. Oh, we got an ox. Look at that. That's cool. So let's switch to ox. That's more carry weight. Hey, thanks, bro. Now we can gather for longer. Though this does put us at risk of being brutally murdered, especially if the ox gets unsummoned. Oh, there's a faction flagged player, and he's pretty juicy. So I don't want to mess with him. We're gonna go away now. We're gonna go all the way somewhere else. Now, Bridgewatch does own the zone currently, so I can run to the faction outpost, and what'll happen is he's just gonna shoot me from a distance. And is that? I saw someone in the corner, but he disappeared. I don't think it was a red name. We'll see. Alright, let's fight some birds. Hopefully Mr. Orbo guy over there isn't trying to hunt me down, you know, for being an opposing faction. That's just a blue player. We're fine. We're okay. He's out here botting probably. It's probably just a bot. Red zone bots are a thing. 0 gankers, but there is a faction flagged player on the map. Alright. We have to be aware. That's what we get for faction flagging. I didn't put it on the screen, but I started at 1,200 points. I'm at 1,600 now. In 10 minutes? That kind of sucks. It's not very good, but it's still... I don't know. It's just... We like to be a little risky here. Okay, said Swole Benji never. Am I right, guys? What are you doing out here? Oh, you're skinning, and you're using the curse staff build. Look at you. That's a point, too. I definitely want to grab that for myself here, and let's kill these 2. Go ahead and take them out. Grab the heavy hide, of course. And what sucks is the saber tooths, you can yoink the heavy hide really quick, but the birds not so much. They take a little bit longer, and I don't know how you're getting hide from a feathered creature. But maybe they have like a thick hide under the feathers. I mean, that would kind of render the feathers pointless, but who am I to judge? So we can actually just grab everything now since we looted a dead ox off a player. Which, hey, that counts. That's it's part of the experience when you go to the red and black zones, right? Is sometimes people are just dead and you just get lucky. It's like, you ever play Fallout 1 or 2 and you just happen to randomly find like a bunch of dead bodies in the wilderness and they're all fully loaded with guns and ammo and armor? That's just like a really lucky encounter, right? It's the same thing in Albion Online. You just get these lucky encounters sometimes. But yeah, we were talking earlier about the streamer experience, and I mean, they're like blasting music and talking, and like, if I join someone's stream and they're talking in Discord, I'm not, it's like, what the heck, well, what am I doing here? They're playing with their friends, right? What if I want to talk? What if I want to get involved, right? And yes, I know Albion Online's group content requires communication and blah, blah, blah. But there's also not a whole lot of other things going on in the streamer category. Also, like VTubers. There's a lot more girl streamers on Albion these days. What's up with that? Is it all the cute little furry creatures they introduced on the Mist update? Is that why they're all coming now? Or is that why they're all here to play a little cute little Albion Online creature game? You know, when League of Legends introduced the Poro, you know, the little snow, like, furball creatures from League of Legends, a whole lot more girl gamers started paying attention to the game. It's kind of funny how that works, right? It's like, if you introduce, like, big masculine characters in a video game, it doesn't, like, you don't get more guy viewers. If you post really hot babe characters, you get a little bit more guy viewers, or, you know, guy players, or whatever, but it's just weird how that works. It's just funny. So we are skinning, we're skinning. We are skinning in the red zone, tier 6, red zone. We could actually go to a higher, you know, yield zone where there's more animals, but that's also way more dangerous. Yes, indeed. Let's go ahead and grab these two, because why not? And I know this build is not the fastest at killing animals, but, you know, I have an 8.3 spear that I don't have the specialization for, dang it. And I know skinning isn't going to get me there, but channel members, you know, they know what's going on, man. They know it's just a cheap alternative, bros. It's just I go cheap. I'm like thrifty, you know. I'm a thrifty Albion gamer, all right? We like to be thrifty up in here. And I would like to find some damn hyenas. You know, I haven't seen any hyenas in a while. It'd be nice to, you know, encounter the hyenas every few, you know, ride-alongs, I guess. But we'll just have to settle for more stags. You know, they're just out here stagging. They're out here just existing, not really doing much. What do stags even do? I mean, this is a desert area. There's not a lot of grass. I mean, it's a little bit. I guess it's a prairie. I don't know. It's a steppe. What is a steppe? What does that mean? Never heard of that before in real life. It's a steppe, bro. You mean like a stair? There's a hide. He's hide behind the table. He's like a dog wanting some table scraps. He's sitting at the dinner table. He's like, please toss me a chicken bone. Don't feed your dogs chicken bones, dang it. That thing will tear up their stomach lining or something. I don't know. I don't own dogs. I don't know anything about dogs. I don't know anything about taking care of dogs. You ever just like say words because they're fun to say? Like you're driving down the highway or road late at night and you just start talking to yourself? You know, you just start saying dog. Come on, say it out loud. And, you know, especially if you're like listening to me in a public library. Any public library swole bingy enjoyers out there? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Anyone at the gym right now? Bros, sad news. My gym, the gym that I've been going to is closing. They're going out of business. And it really sucks because they're actually getting bought out by like a shittier gym company. And so, like, the gym that I go to, it's a little, it's kind of rugged, right? It's meant for people that want to, like, learn martial arts and fight each other and box and kill each other. It's one of those brutal, pain, hardcore gyms. Like, you go in there and like, the music is cranked up to 11, so it's, like, blasting your eardrums, and everyone's just deadlifting and grunting and just yelling and going hog wild. And, well, people don't like to go to those gyms. Like, normies do not like those gyms. It's like the opposite of Planet Fitness, right? So normies, they're like, oh, it's scary to go in this gym and you see some hulking monster on roids that has, like, 2-gallon water jugs and he's just chugging. And then the employees are like, also the employees were very pushy. They would like try to sell you things. And I don't mean just supplements and energy drinks. I mean they would try to sell you things. And so people really didn't like the gym because of the, you know, the environment. But also the price tag. It wasn't the cheapest gym. It was actually the most expensive gym in town that isn't like a private garage that someone just owns. And that kept a lot of the normies away, all the little, you know, cardio bunnies and stuff, right? But so what happened is, well, they didn't make enough money, and they changed owners like 3 times, and people are just like, we can't keep this alive. There's just not enough people, which was always nice to go to a gym, and there's just like, you don't have to wait on a machine. You don't have to wait on the power racks or the squat racks or the, you know, lat pull down machine or anything, right? There was no wait. It was just luxury. Well, not luxury, but you know what I mean. It was kind of the opposite of luxury, but, well, they got bought out by a corporate brand gym, not Planet Fitness or anything, but something similar to Planet Fitness. And they're just gonna add 1 million cardio machines and they're taking all the power racks out, and the thing is they're making the gym membership like $10 a month. So you know what happens? Every single gym in the city that I'm at that charges $10 a month, the parking lots are always completely full and there's nowhere to park. And that's bad because when you go in there, every single machine is packed with people shoulder to shoulder with like 30 minutes to 1 hour wait times just to be able to use them. Imagine if you're trying to do supersets, and for people that don't know lifting stuff, a superset is when you do one lift and without rest you go to another lift. And then you go back to the first lift, because the muscle group on the first lift should be rested by the time that you get back to it. It's that's the lamest way to describe it, but that's basically what it is. And so if you do supersets, you can't do those in those corporate gyms, man. And so I am out of a gym, which is crap. I'm just gonna like give up. Gonna give up lifting forever, bros. It's over. I'll have to change my channel name. I'll just be Fat Benji. No, can't say fat. Can't even. You're not even allowed to fat shame yourself. Actually, new YouTube terms of service. You cannot have insulting or bad word names in your username anymore. So I don't know who that's gonna like change, but there's people out there that's going to affect their channels big time. And they don't quite exactly googly moogly you like they do in Albion, but it's similar. They change it to like some default username crap. So you gotta, oh, we got an item here. Ooh, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take a book. Freaking bookworm died here in the desert. Go ahead and take their book and sell it on the market. Just take it to the bookstore. And yeah, so no more gym for Soul Benji. And another thing too is the gym that I went to, the one I was talking about that's going out of business, they were open super late at night during the weekdays. So like if I wanted to go lift at 4 in the morning when Albion Online is on maintenance, you know, or something, right? Then I could damn well just go to the gym and go lift until the servers come back up or something. But this new one, it closes like super early. It's like grandma hours. It's like curfew hours. It's like be home by 8 p.m. hours. It's like, really, bro? Really? You gonna do that to me, man? You're gonna make me have to, like, another thing too is because you can't go in late at night when there's no one there. Everyone goes during the day. Like, everyone goes after, like, early in the morning, after lunch, and in the evening. The evenings are the worst times ever to go to a gym. And so, like, the fact that they close, like, pretty early in the evening is funny to me. It's like, why are you doing this, bro? What the heck are you doing? Have I filled? Yes, I filled the journals. That's cool. And, we got, like, 15 more minutes because we have this ox. I know I could have just bought an ox and brought it out here, but it's more fun to steal an ox from a dead player. The only problem is just getting away from gankers is going to be, like, crappy. If they decide to chase me. And the ox makes me a target, and they see the gathering gear, and they're like, oh, he's juiced, we gotta get him. I was actually thinking of just completely changing my lifting routines anyway, and maybe going more back to cardio, like heavier cardio, because the most cardio that I do high intensity, I can't talk, high intensity interval training. And so That's just like where you just go all out, like you're sprinting as hard as you can. And I do that like 15 minutes, and then I'm done. Whereas other people, when they do cardio, they run for like 2 hours, dude. I'm like, oh my god, you run for 2 hours? Are you crazy? That's insane, right? So I might change it to that. I might do calisthenics. That's where you do body weight exercises. I've always been kind of jealous of the calisthenic people at the gym, right? Because they can do the push-ups where they like push themselves up off the ground into the air and then clap their hands and then land. They can do handstands and they can do one-arm push-ups. And I mean, a one-arm push-up, yeah, you can do like I can do a few, but I can't just do like 20 one-arm freaking push-ups. Like, are you kidding, bros? Like, it's not a measurement of strength. It's a measurement of like finesse. All right, it's it's harder than it looks. Or like the people that do like the one-legged pistol squats and stuff. Those dudes are crazy, man. Like, I don't know. And they don't look jacked, okay? They don't look yoked, you know? They don't look swole, but they look pretty lean, you know? It's kind of the ideal body, you know, to attract the women's, but it's whatever, man. I'd rather just be able to, like, throw people around. That's the whole point. To me, that's the whole point of going to the gym, is just so you can throw people around. Oh man, there was an enchanted mob here, but it's gone now. That's a sad day. Sad day when the enchanted mob, that's a little mini boss, but I'm in gathering gear. It's a waste of time to fight that. It's also dangerous if gankers decide to just roll up and ruin your day. Medium hide, Someone got this little 4.3. That's the dream, is you just find the 4.3 spawns. Out here in the red zone. I guess we could do black zone next or something, huh? Maybe. Maybe do a little bit of black zone. It's not much better. It's probably not better at all because everyone that rides around you can kill you and you can't get the damn faction points. That's my big gripe, is I want the faction points. I want those juicy faction point treasure chests. You give the, you know, the tome reward. Very nice. Robust hide. How much of you have I got? Wait. Oh, I split that one earlier. I've only made 64,000 from the hyenas. From the Sabertooth, 68,000 and 11k from the Tier 4s. Tier 4 is not looking so good right now, bros. But how much time we got left? We got 9 minutes remaining. Alright. 9 minutes, we're out here skinning. No gankers because it's 7 in the morning on a weekday. And a lot of people have quit this game over the bots, over the DDoSing, over just the drama, playing Diablo 4. There's a lot of reasons why people just aren't playing Albion Online anymore. The population is down by 30%. I can see it in the search numbers. It's brutal. It is, it's not looking good, boyos. And there's no other real games to jump to. Diablo 4 it gets old fast, real fast. I didn't know it would be such a short game. I thought it'd be like Diablo 2 and last several years, but nope. And then like everyone was really quick to make their clicks in the YouTube video making sense. It's like all the people that got into the early betas where they could level to 100, which was a very exclusive club, they all formed discords with each other, and they all formed little secret parties, and then they all went to the websites like Maxroll and shit, and then they all got, you know, quickly, you know, partnered up with those dudes, and it's just a cabal. It's like a content creation cabal. And I know Albion kind of has that with certain people, but I've already made a whole video about that. Here we are with 0 gankers on the map. 1 faction flag guy that we saw earlier. We haven't seen him in a while. A Warbow guy. Warbow isn't going to pin me down and kill me. He's just going to hurt me really bad while I run away. And, you know, Warbow from a distance, it's dodgeable. You could totally dodge it. You know, it's not too difficult. Here we are grabbing the tier 5 hide. And I wonder if we swapped to horse if we would be 100% yet. Possibly. I mean, this is about how long it took to chop trees. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to swap to horse. And yeah, that puts us overweight. So definitely got to resummon the ox now. Okay, there we go. Even if I trashed the ox, I wouldn't be overweight, of course. So if I never looted it, I'd be able to loot a little bit more. Oh, I did that a little early, but that's okay. I think we can, yeah, we can totally snapshot it there. All right. Poking the bad boyos. Can I not spear through the corrupted dungeon and hit that? Can I really not? I mean, you know, there we go. We did. I knew we could. So I know bows can shoot through walls and hit you in PvP, like inside dungeons. Dude, I remember once someone invaded my, it was a Morgana dungeon, and I was like hiding behind bookshelves because they were a bow user, and they just look at me and start shooting their bow through the bookshelves. It's like a horror movie. I'm like a little kid ducking behind the bookshelves, like, ah, don't kill me! And they're just like, I hear you, and they just shoot a freaking bolt through the wall. Let's see, what are you out here? You didn't even skin it, dude. He killed that and didn't skin it. What the heck? Oh, he's like, yo, this is the bad part about being the YouTuber, man. People just start following you around. They're like, oh, it's Soul Benji. Follow him. I'm gonna say hi. I'm gonna be in a video. You filmed a video, bro? Hey, you filming a video, dude? Hey, what's going on? Hey, Yellow Zone Warrior, dude. Hey, what's up? Is he gonna give up? He's out here in a gallant horse. Come back and kill him, dude. Gank him. You said yo to me in the chat. It's time to die. Oh, man. Here we are, once again, gathering and skinning animals. You love to see it. The thing is, though, I hate that I have to pay attention to the freaking screen, but I'm so bored that I guess it's not that bad right now, man. It's like, I just want to look away for a moment. Look at some anime. Oh no. Can we not fight the Morgana thingy? Yes, Morgana's bad. Morgana very evil. Evil lady. Stay away. Stranger danger. Doesn't matter that they're all goth girls. I know everyone wants a goth GF, guys. I know. I know the feels. How come guys unanimously agree that, you know, oh, goth GF, good. But girls' opinions, dang it, I didn't charge it up all the way. But girls' opinions, they don't have like something similar. They all want a specific, you know, niche of boyfriend. Oh, I've actually been looking into animation a little bit more. I spent a couple days, you know, looking at like just like what do Newgrounds animators from back then used to do? Because I actually used to be a Newgrounds animator way back in the like 90s and stuff and early 2000s, and you know, fun times. You know, Newgrounds, very fun. For those who don't know what Newgrounds is, it was a website where you would upload Flash cartoons and Flash games. Very interesting, and you know, it was just a different time on the internet. It's long before YouTube, long before Google Video. It's how people entertained each other. But I was like, man, I know people are still doing that stuff. They're still making cartoons. They're still animating. What are they using now? And there's like a free program it's basically everything that Flash was, but it's just way better. It's like, damn, I need to start up again. I had some pretty cool stuff on Newgrounds. Okay, it was stick figure fights, but hey, man, we all started somewhere, right? So I actually like the stick figure stuff, so of course I would make the stick figure stuff, and you'd be like, that's low effort, low editing. Nah, bro. I made it frame by frame. I made it as gory as you possibly could with stick figure characters. I had severed limbs and exploding bloody chunky heads and guts and all, you know, just all the very creative ways that someone in middle school can think of how a stick figure could possibly die a violent death. You know, stick figures dying in helicopter blades, lightsabers, explosions, being crushed in wall and spike traps. You know, all, you know, being hung until they turn purple and explode like a balloon, which is not how that works in real life. But, you know, little kid me didn't know that, so... good times, man. And it's like, man, I could bring that stuff back on YouTube now. This guy in chat said, Swole Balls is my Native American name. Okay. You dissing the Native Americans, bro. You gotta like the Native Americans. You gotta go to their casinos. Which, funny enough, they're not even like real casinos. If you didn't know this, most like Native American casinos aren't actually like, it's not the same as going to Vegas. It's like you're playing some sort of modified version of bingo. And you can look this up. It's like type 2 slot machines, type 3 slot machines or something. Basically, if you were to like play video poker and you hold the wrong cards on purpose to lose, and then the game makes a weird animation play and then you just win a bunch of tokens or whatever, then you know it's a type 2 casino, or I forget the types, but you get what I'm saying, right? And we still have 0 gankers out here in Kindlegrass. There's just no one out here. It's dead as heck. I'm still going to show you the results of 30 minutes of gathering. While faction flagged, you know, it's not as much money as a blue zone. It's just not. It's really not, and it's sad that is how the world works. Where's the damn hyenas? Why aren't there more hyenas out here? Oh man, taking me back. Taking me back to the hyena city where the hyenas have 5 out of 5. Alright, let's start poking them. I don't have my hide edible poisoned up. Now we have it up. Oh, do you see that dungeon just spawn? Yeah, that's what it looks like when they just materialize in front of you. Spooky style. Alright, we have mostly gathered tier 5. Not a lot of tier 4. But, finish that. Add up. Let's try to get at least one more hyena before our food buff runs out. We have to return. Oh, we got some hyenas and a saber tooth. Let's go. We need a baby drop, too. Let's get a baby drop. Let's go full greed. Yeah, poke them. Alright, we got the animal poison back up again. We're stabbing. We're killing everything here. And, oh, we got one ganker, and I'm half health. This is the end, boyos. This is the end. Okay, so I know our pork pie is about to run out in 20 seconds, but we're going to finish the job. We're going to grab these hyenas, rend their flesh from their bodies, and sell it on the market for, I don't know, yellow zone repair bills. Because that's what I spend a lot of, you know, the silver on these days. And then I'll show you the totals of how much we skinned and all that kind of fun stuff too. So let's get back on this ox we stole and teleport home, which costs 7,000. It's cheaper than it is from Caerleon, which is funny. 2 zones away, Caerleon, 12,000. 2 zones away, Bridgewater, 7,000. I don't know why that is. Or maybe it's just the loot I have in my inventory. It's whatever. Repair bill, how much are you? 2.4k. Oh boy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell the skinning knife because I'm not going to use it again. I don't need to use it again. And I'm not going to film the black zone. I just don't care. Black zone's poopy butthole. Alright, so clear, search parameters, sell this. And we harvested, it says 324,000 in 30 minutes, which is 200,000 less than a blue zone. That's right. I lost 200,000 silver doing this over a blue zone. But hey, you know, go watch some of my blue zone skinning videos if you don't believe me. And this includes the price of a horse too, you know, because we stole the ox, it's whatever. And I'm just gonna strip my character naked now and sell all the junk here because I'm not gonna use it. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. 640k when I strip all my gear off. So I didn't even make the cost of the gear back in that 30 minutes. Isn't that sad? And you're really, it's a risk. It's a risk for no rewards. That's just how it truly is. Let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. On the right side of your screen is a video that you should absolutely click. If you don't click it, your favorite gym's gonna close down.